In the ancient ruined village of Courtparteen near Sandy Cove in Kinsale, there are a triskel of wells, and one of them is a heart-shaped basin. And this is the church building that's now in ruins of this village, looking out over the Atlantic Ocean. And when you walk into this building, what we realised is that it's on a power node, which is where different energy lines converge. And here's the front window looking out over the Atlantic. And through it, you can see the Sovereign Islands, which one of the energy lines is directly lined up with from the node. And here is a little well, just as you enter the village. It's known as St. Ruardan's Well, which is the sort of Christian story of this well. But this well is just at the entrance to the village and, would have been a little blessing well as you entered this sacred place, which I believe was a place of commune with the divine and devotion to the living water of all life. And this is the beautiful little blessing well there as you enter the village. And here is the second well, which was unearthed some years ago. And sadly, at the moment, it's a dry well, but beautiful ancient well as well. And as I walked around the ruins of this now village, which was decimated in the famine, which we know to have been a genocide, I thought there must be another well, because there must be a main water supply for such a substantial village. And so as I walked around, tuning into the land, tuning into the ancestors, and asking the divine for guidance as to where the main water source was for this village, a little robin sort of was hopping around me and certainly vying for my attention. And I've often been shown the way to wells and waters by robins. And so I began walking through the village, following this little robin who certainly wanted me to follow him. And this little robin another robin visits my home on a regular basis when he wants to show me where wells are. They are messengers of the divine. So I walked through the village following this little robin, and he led me to a wet patch of ground. And I knew there would be a well there because he stopped there and started chirping. And so I listened to him. Hello, my love. Are you going to come in, my sweet, sweet friend? This robin comes every time there's some beautiful news with the wells. Hey. And so, having listened to that little robin, I returned to the patch he showed me to with friends, and we began digging on that wet patch where he had guided us to, and we dug, and it was the last full moon that day of 2024, and we just kept digging in trust of this robin, and that he was showing us where this main water source was of this village and where there was another well. And we kept digging under the moonlight in the last light of the day. And we found in the last light of the day this amazing basin. It was a heart-shaped well basin carved into the ground rock, fed into by a larger basin above that a spring was flowing into. And this would certainly have been their main water source. And then this beautiful little heart-shaped basin I'm sure they would have used for blessings, and it's lined up again on one of the energy lines. So yes, under the last full moon of 2024, a beautiful view there it was from where this well is in Courtparteen. We unearthed a heart-shaped well, and beautiful it was.